Some days are more eventful. Others, living protected with insurance you can depend on changes your life for the better. We insure the people and things you care about. Not agency. We'll help you find the right coverage so when life happens, you have the right insurance protection for your family and business. When life happens, live protected. Non-agency for all your insurance needs.
Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Tuesday, December the 13th. Jennifer Bean is with us. Good to have you here from Central Missouri Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics.
Yes.
What a name you got there.
It's a mouthful.
Yeah, but we're in the middle of the holiday season,
Yes.
and you came in and you said, why don't we talk about holiday eating?
Yes.
Now, is that trending right now, the holiday eating?
Well, I think in certain people's minds, absolutely, because they're thinking, I've got a work event that there's food that's there, I have a family event, and then it's just Thanksgiving. Then we have the holidays coming up, and then New Year's. So it can be a little overwhelming, especially for people trying to think about being more conscious about eating right.
Do we put on weight between Thanksgiving and New Year's, don't we?
That's the idea. I don't have any data about that, but I'd say anecdotally, so in my personal experience, yes, that seems to be the case.
All right. So when you talk about eating right for the holidays,
Yeah.
what kind of guidelines are you setting up here?
Well, what will help people be successful is whenever we feel deprived, then we're not likely to stick with something. So some tips for people to eat appropriately during the holidays is focus on what can you only have during the holiday season. So one of the things that we were talking about all together before coming on is that maybe you have grandma makes this particular pie or your uncle makes this particular dish and you only get it at the holidays. Of course, have some of that. You can have mashed potatoes any day of the year. You could make a turkey any day of the year if you really wanted to. But the things that are truly special, that's what you want to enjoy. And that's where you spend your calories. Don't spend your calories on the things that you can get every day.
Oh, I like that. Spending your calories.
Yes. And just like you get more value in some things that you buy, you get more nutrition value whenever you load up on veggies. And there's usually a veggie tray. And I'm sure there's a delicious dip. I'm not saying don't have any. I'm just saying have maybe 2 veggies. So 1 veggie in the dip, 1 veggie without dip. And alternate that way. Just a simple way to cut down on those higher calorie foods.
Mm-hmm. And what about dessert?
Well, it is one of my favorite things. Garfield is very important to me, dessert first. But it's the same thing. Certainly don't need to focus on the things that are special to you, the things that you can't get any other time of year. We can get a sugar cookie any time of year. But maybe there is a particular holiday crumble, or if you like figgy pudding, you're probably only going to get figgy pudding around the holidays. So have that instead of things you can get all the time.
Yeah. And the other thing is dieting. Dieting really doesn't work, does it?
It does not.
And people say, oh, well, I'll eat whatever I want to eat during the holidays, and then I'm going to go on a diet after the first of the year. Forget that, because it doesn't work.
It will not work. What people typically do when they do what they call dieting is they're going to massively restrict the amount of calories. And just like I said with restricting and not having things with holiday time, after the holidays are over, not having as much food, you can't stick with that. And so you may lose some weight. Most people are pretty successsul with losing some weight, but then we gain it back plus 5, 10, 50 pounds.
And isn't that because when you start dieting, it does something to your metabolism?
It can.
And it slows it down?
It can.
And then when you've lost that weight and you go back to eating again, you eat, it turns quicker to fat.
It can, and that's where I would then encourage people if they are wanting to make changes, because anytime someone wants to make changes for the benefit, if it happens to happen around the beginning of the year, great, as long as they're making healthful changes for the benefit. So in order to stave off that decrease in metabolic rate, move. One of my colleagues at the Department of Nutrition and Exercise Physiology, Dr. Steve Ball, he does Stay Strong, Stay Healthy. And one of the things that he tells a lot of people is any activity is better than no activity. Even if it is, we were discussing this before we came on, is that even if you do the minimum, so what's the minimum you would need to do? Put on your tennis shoes and walk to the back door. If that's your minimum, do that.
Yeah.
That was better than sitting on the couch.
Exactly. And when you go into a parking lot, park further away from the store so that you have to walk to the store.
It all adds up.
Okay. Jennifer, thank you so much for coming by.
My pleasure.
Always a pleasure to have you. Next time you'll be back with some trending information.
I'll do my best.
All right, Jennifer Bean. And Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas.
And Happy New Year to you.
Thank you.
Now we turn to Rose Vomund, who is with us from the Service for Independent Living. Always a pleasure to have you here, Rose. And you just came off, well, about a month or so ago, the Adult Living Festival, right?
The Mature Living Festival.
Mature Living Festival.
Right.
And that was a tremendous success.
It was tremendous. We made about $35,000 this year.
Wow.
Which is a little over $5,000 over last year.
So $35,000. And that all goes for Service for Independent Living.
Yes.
Which goes to help people in our area.
Yes, that's correct. We have all kinds of programs that we're doing, and I'm real excited to talk about the in-home services program. Right now we have an opportunity for a nurse to come into your home with the appropriate paperwork, of course, and then it's paid through Medicaid, Veterans Association, and different private pay.
So Medicaid, not Medicare.
That's correct.
Okay.
Medicaid.
You can have, if you need, you can have a nurse come into your home and Medicaid will pay for
Right.
this.
It has to be approved. So if
Right.
you need it and it's approved, we can help you do that. And we've got a nurse on staff that we have do that. But the flip side of that is we're also expanding this program. We are recruiting and hiring direct support professionals to start coming into your home if you need respite care, if you need homemaker assistance, if you need, I always forget the third thing.
Well, respite care and
Respite
homemaker
care,
assistance
homemaking
is pretty
care,
important.
and personal care like bathing, showering,
Yes.
toiletring, and those kind of things. And again, if it's approved through Medicaid, we can take care of it, and then we bill Medicaid on your behalf.
Okay.
And get that taken care of.
So if people have any questions about any of this, they can call you at Service for Independent Living,
Please
right?
call us. Yes.
It's 874-1646. And so many times, if you are taking care of a loved one, and you're taking care of that person yourself or with one or two other family members, a lot of times you can just feel completely overwhelmed.
Yes, you can.
By it. Overwhelmed. That you feel that your back is up against the wall. It's nice to know that there is a service out there that will come to your aid and
Right.
will help you. If you have questions about this, give them a call at Service for Independent Living at 874-1646,
Right.
and you will do everything you can to help.
Right. We want to be the go-to agency. If we can't help you, we want to try to find someone that can help you.
Rose Vomund, thank you so much for coming by.
You bet.
Always a pleasure to have you here.
It's fun.
We'll see you next time. Give us a buzz whenever you want to come back again.
Thank you so much.
Okay? We're out of time for today. If there's something you would like to hear or see, I would love to hear from you. Just drop me an email. That's pepperp@missouri.edu. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about the Phoenix Health programs and how they can help you or a loved one out, too. See you then. Bye-bye.